Yeah, sure. She lets me borrow the car on Taco Tuesdays. That's fine. Oh, hey, we're on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to 1080 AM's live coverage of the Doug Funnie Experience home opener. We are broadcasting live from the Stardome in Anaheim, California. We're still doing construction work on the BB Bluff Memorial Coliseum. Thought that'd be completed by this year. Didn't work out. It's the Doug Funnie Experience. Opens up here at home against Jake Delhomme and the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are a strong NFC championship contender, so the Doug Funnie Experience will surely be tested in this game. Steve Smith, longest catch of his career, 69 nice yards. Apparently that was imperative for us to know. And as y'all remember last week, the Doug Funnie Experience took a narrow one from the Denver Broncos, 14-10, I believe. I'm probably wrong. That's just how I remember it in my head. And as you know, today's game is sponsored by Web TV, apparently. Someone's dialing in over our PA system, and they're taking a very long time. Panthers win the coin toss, and they have elected to receive. So this Doug Funnie Experience defense is going to be tested early. Doug Funnie himself back for the kickoff. He sends this one just short of the end zone off to the left-hand side. And he gets tackled there on the opening kickoff. Only gets out to about the 19, maybe the 20 there. First down for Jake Delhomme and the Carolina Panthers here. Jake Delhomme drops back, hands it off to number 48. Tackle made by cornerback back partway there. He had a decent game last week. We'll see if he plays a bigger factor into this one, though. Jake Delhomme sends a man in motion, and the defense will adjust to compensate. Hands it off again to number 48. I believe that's Stephen Davis. And he's going to go down short of the line of scrimmage. That'll make it a quick 3rd and 9 for the Carolina Panthers. Jake Delhomme rolls out to his right this time, tosses it up there to number 89. I believe that's Steve Smith. And he's going to be tackled for a first down, gets to 9 yards and then some. Doug Funnie Experience had some trouble on 3rd down last week. They're going to have to step it up. You cannot let these teams pull this stuff off on 3rd down or 2nd or 1st or 4th. Or, you know, you pretty much just got to stop people. That's the whole point of football. Stephen Davis, by the way, stopped again. 3 handoffs, and he's really not made a whole lot of progress so far. Got to wonder if that's an anomaly or if that's story of what's yet to come. Hands it off again to Stephen Davis. This time he gets a little bit of a run, but there's a flag on the play.
Face mask, number 27, defense.
Take a drink. Face mask on the defense. Automatic first down for the Carolina Panthers. Doug Funnie Experience last week did all right on defense, or did all right limiting the penalties as well. This week off to kind of a rough start. Yet another handoff to Stephen Davis. He gets that outside corner, and he gets the first down easily there. Gets about 15, maybe 16 yards on that run. As they take it to the Doug Funnie Experience 31-yard line. Jake Delhomme back again. Passed it to 89, Steve Smith. Is tackled at the 23-yard line, by number 23, in fact. Right now, this whole offense has been Steve Smith and Stephen Davis. Stephen Davis yet again there. And I believe he might be short of the first down there. Yes, 3rd and inch is coming up. Carolina actually, I believe, lost their game last week, but they're still favored to be strong contenders in the NFC. So they'll be coming in here trying to make a statement win, trying to get to 1-1. And Stephen Davis gets to the outside, gets one heck of an angle there. It gets to the Doug Funnie Experience 7. This defense getting tested early. They had some trouble early in the game against Denver. I hope that's not the story here against Carolina. And that throw was a little off target there. That one was going to number 81 this time, trying someone a little different. Apparently the game plan, I wonder if the coach yelled at Jake there about abandoning the game plan to give the ball to people named Steve. Stephen Davis there tackled yet again. It seems the story so far is either Stephen Davis gets a long run or doesn't get anywhere. And apparently our music guy likes some Japanese stuff. He's not going to be charging the music any. I heard something about hamburgers and ice cream there. Third down. Bobbles it. Ted Diabetes almost picks it off in the end zone there. But that'll make it 4th and goal. Stephen Davis down on the field. That can't be good for this Carolina team. They might have to. I wonder if there's anyone else named Steve on that running back corps. Carolina gets that field goal and will take a 3-0 lead. That's a little better than the 7 points that the Doug Funnie Experience gave up on defense on their first drive last week. Carolina kicks it off. I believe that's Sir Digby Chicken Caesar back to get it. He takes it to the 22 for a 21-yard return. And now the Doug Funnie Experience. QB Eagles, both the hero and the goat of last week's game, comes out here. See if he can get this offense down the field. Motor ran by Sister Christian. 5-yard gain. And Sister Christian is down. What's your price per flight? Apparently we cannot afford it here at the Stardome. Thing is sipping my Sprite Zero. QB Eagles rolls out right, tries to throw it back center across his body to Bert and Ernie. Doesn't get anywhere on that one though. It'll now be 3rd and 5 for this Doug Funnie Experience offense. QB Eagles is going to roll out. He's going to take off to his right, and he has a lot of green in front of him. I don't think any of those Carolina defenders are going to catch him, and that is going to be one hell of a run by QB Eagles. Just took off scampering. I think maybe the pass play fell apart. By God, he just went for it. The Doug Funnie Experience on the back of QB Eagles. And that long, long run, I believe that was about 75 yards there. Maybe 70, somewhere in that 70-75 range. And they strike back quickly to take a 7-3 lead. Doug Funnie back, kicked the extra point. Mosquito Valentino back to hold it. The hold, the kick, and the extra point is good. So that's a 7-3 Doug Funnie Experience lead to open up the second quarter. Doug Funnie back to the kickoff here. Kicks that one up, and that is a boomer right into the back of the end zone. Carolina's got no choice but to take a touchback on that one. Jake Delhomme. How will he respond? Having Stephen Davis down and now being down in this game. Hands it off to number 26. Only gets a couple yards there. I think he tried to go outside to copy the success of Stephen Davis there, but he gets stopped short there. Jake Delhomme back. Butter maybe knocks that one down. knocks down the long pass attempt there, and it is now quickly 3rd and 8, right before the 2-minute warning. Jake DeLone rolls out to his left. Corner back, knocks that one down. And it is now 4th and 8 very quickly. This Carolina offense is going to have to give it right back to the Doug Funnie Experience. Maybe they're still reeling from the injury to their star running back, Stephen Davis there. And a high booming punt on this one. Sir Digby Chicken Caesar back to take it. Gets a decent return there. I think he got about 10 yards. And the Doug Funnie Experience will be in business at their own 41. 2 minutes left to go in this half. The Doug Funnie Experience is up 7-3. QB Eagles back. Rolls out. Chucks one up there. And it's bobbled by Zach Morris. Deflected by Dante Wesley of the Carolina defense. I couldn't tell from there if it was bobbled by the receiver, if the defender knocked that one up. QB Eagles rolls out to his left this time. Throws a dart. I think that one was supposed to go to Big Boy. That one's also deflected. So far, QB Eagles, he's got that long run, but so far 3 passes and no completions. He's going to roll out right. Is he going to take off running? He's going to take off again. Gets the first down on that scamper. But you got to think at some point, Carolina might clamp down on that. He had only mild success rolling out to his right and taking off against Denver. So far, already much better success at doing it, but you can only go to the well so many times. As you can see there, QB Eagles so far this season is 12 for 23, not very impressive at all. Gets the completion of Big Boy at the 40, making it 2nd and 4. And that clock continues to roll. Carolina and the Doug Funnie Experience both have all 3 of their timeouts.
2nd and 4.
Hands off to come back to this name later. He'll be stopped just short of the first down line. It will now be 3rd and inches. QB Eagles goes back again, hands it off again to come back to this name later. Who will get the first down there and keep this drive alive to the Carolina 31. We're down to 1 minute left in the second quarter. And then we got a little flea flicker action there. Handed it off to come back to this name later, who tossed it back to QB Eagles, who threw it forward to Zach Morris for the 14 yards and another first down. The clock continues to roll, though. Let's see what they do here, if they can get a touchdown before the half to Big Boy, who will be tackled just short of the first down line, or of the goal line, excuse me. If he'd have taken about another step or two, he might have gotten it in there. 1st and goal at the Carolina 1. Hands it off to come back to this name later, who will run it in for the touchdown. Doug Funnie Experience now looking to go up 14-3. Extra point on coming. Come back to this name later, stepping in for the injured Sister Christian. Can't quite call it motoring quite yet, but 3 rushes for 10 yards. He's doing all right so far, and he got the touchdown there. Hold is down, kick is up. 14-3, Doug Funnie Experience. More of this weed trash music. Hamburgers and ice cream. Doug Funnie back to kick this one. This one's going to go to the left and be stopped just short of the end zone. Number 18 back to get it. I believe that was a tackle by Eva Marie and Biggie Cheese on special teams. 15 seconds for this Carolina offense to do something. Now, Doug Funnie Experience gets the ball at the half, so maybe they're going to try something. Short run there by number 48. I believe that's Stephen Davis already back in. They're going to get one more play off before this half's over. And that's going to be picked off by Eat the Spider, Eat It. And had he gotten a lane there, we might have been up 21-3 going into halftime, but instead, we're going to stay up 14-3. Doug Funnie Experience, the defense is holding it down. The offense has made a few big plays so far, not like super effective. Sans the very long run by QB Eagles. And apparently we're having the halftime show, a festival of noise here at the Stardome. I just hope they're done in time by the third quarter. We'll be right back after this on 1080 AM. You're listening to Doug Funnie Experience Football.
One's the super freaky funky puncher. The other, a heavy-handed exit man.
I don't have your money. I don't have your money. I don't have your money.
Ready to rumble boxing round 2 with badder characters and bigger action. It's the undisputed, undefeated champion. Rated T for teen.
All right, gentlemen, I want a good clean.
I like web TV because I can email pictures of the kids to my mom back in Iowa right through the television. That'll make her day. Of course, I don't have any kids of my own yet, so I'm going to use this phony television family to help me demonstrate. All right, people, smile. Now I'll send it to Mom on her web TV. It'll freak her out. Dear Mom, I'll explain later. Love, Tombo.
Web TV service, the internet, television, and more.
Carl Hurtado back here with a Super Saiyan 3-sized migraine as the Festival of Noise continues. Even though the players are back on the field, Carolina back to kick off. The Doug Funnie Experience up 14-3. And, oh, God, there we go. Butter Baby back to take this one instead of Sir Digby Chicken Caesar. And he gets up to the 30. Maybe we'll have to make a change at kick returner, and I base that off of simply one kick return. Probably not the best idea. This Doug Funnie Experience offense looks to keep on rolling. Speaking of rolling, QB Eagles rolls out to his right. Yet again, a lot of green grass in front of him. Gets out of bounds. Another doozy of a run there by QB Eagles. I think he's already topped 100 yards rushing for the day. With plenty of football left, that's probably not a good sign for this Carolina defense. Already in Carolina territory to start this half, QB Eagles drops back. Gets that one to Liam Gallagher. I believe that's his first catch of the game here for a first down. As you can see there, QB Eagles only has 62 yards passing despite his 111 yards on the ground. QB Eagles ready to get this one in the end zone, take a 21-3 lead, I hope. Gets that one to Liam Gallagher. Now makes it 2 catches and 2 plays. Another first down. It is now 1st and goal to open up this third quarter. In a blink of an eye, the Doug Funnie Experience is looking to put this one in the end zone. QB Eagles tried to roll out to his right there. I think he was just trying to get space, maybe not take off running. Who knows with him, though. He's going to get sacked by Al Wallace for a loss of 5 there. Doug Funnie Experience's first real offensive hiccup. QB Eagles goes back, and that's a pickoff by number 59 of the Panthers, who's going to get tackled at his own 5-yard line. I think he tried to run that back for a touchback or something. I don't quite understand why he ran so many yards back. But Carolina's going to take this one at their own 5-yard line. Stephen Davis gets the handoff, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Tackle made by Mr. Naga's most glorious inside linebacker, the import from China. Jake Delhomme changing the play at the line here. 2nd and 10, a minute and 30 left in the third. He's going to hand that one off to Stephen Davis. All that work just for Stephen Davis to get back to the line. Third down here, hands it off again to Stephen Davis. And it'll be 4th and 6. I got to think just with the poor field position, they just didn't want to really give it much of a chance there. They're going to punt this one off back to the Doug Funnie Experience. Another high booming kick. Sir Digby Chicken Caesar takes this one, cuts to the left, gets some green grass in front of him, and returns that one to the Carolina 24. That's definitely one of his better runs of the better returns of the year, I mean. Carolina, the Doug Funnie Experience will have one heck of a drive here to make. Not really. Catch made by Zach Morris in one play. He takes that one in. Doug Funnie Experience only needs one play off of the excellent field position by that punt return by Sir Digby Chicken Caesar. And just like that, it is 21-3, Doug Funnie Experience. QB Eagles rolls that one back pretty quick and just tosses it over everybody to Zach Morris for the 24-yard touchdown. And assuming the extra point goes through, the score will be 21-3, Doug Funnie Experience. They'll hold the kick right down the middle. Doug Funnie back. 42 seconds left in this third quarter. Carolina needs to get to work here. And I don't know what kind of anchorman catch that was. Carolina has it at their own 25 here. They need to get to work, down 21-3. DeLone's going to hand that one off to number 26. Maybe they set Stephen Davis down. Maybe not over that injury. And just as I say that, Stephen Davis takes the field. Jake DeLone, whoa, holy moly, I don't know what that was supposed to be. Jake DeLone needs to get it going here. And just as that stat comes on the screen, of course they get a catch. It's only for 10 yards there on 3rd and 11, and it's now 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it, seeing as how the fourth quarter's about to start. And Stephen Davis is going to be stopped yet again. This has been a tragic day for him. Not been able, other than a few long runs, hasn't been able to really get this going. And the Doug Funnie Experience takes over yet again with excellent field position yet again. QB Eagles is going to roll out to the right here, and he's going to take off running. Tried to spin, but instead gets a full-on tackle. Got to think maybe he should have just backed off that one, or at least gotten out of bounds. Can't be taking those hits as the franchise signal caller.
That's the end
of the third quarter, it is now 21-3. Doug Funnie Experience. Apparently our song guy really loves the Brian Kendrick. Big fan. We've been listening to this song several times today. QB Eagles passes it to Liam Gallagher, who's going to get in for the touchdown to open the fourth quarter. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a blowout on our hands now as the Doug Funnie Experience is looking to take the lead 28-3. Carolina opened this up with a field goal in the opening drive, and since then, it has been all Doug Funnie Experience. 28 unanswered against a true NFC contender, a true Super Bowl contender. Kind of stunned to see this. Mosquito Valentino with the hold, Doug Funnie with the kick, and it is right down Main Street, 28-3. Doug Funnie with the kickoff. This one's heading right for the end zone, and they're just going to let that one bounce out of there. Jake DeLone, you got to wonder if they're just going to throw this one away now, or if they're going to truly try to mount a comeback for the ages. Butter Baby looked like he might have been going for the pick, but instead just bobbles it and knocks it down. This Carolina offense so far has been something that's not been able to get anything going, short or long, as they've been limited to 3 points. Trying to go for something there, but just too many people hanging around. 87 wants a flag. He ain't going to get it. Go to the flag store, you want a flag. DeLome goes back to pass on this one. Chucks it up there. And 18's going to come down with it. DeLome goes no huddle and takes it back. Knocked down by Eat the Spider, Eat It. Had that pickoff to end the first half. Kind of a non-consequential one, but Jake DeLome goes back. He's going to toss this one way up there. The catch by number 85. That's probably the longest play they've had in a while. Probably the most positive play they've had since that field goal on the first drive. DeLome steps in there. The receiver's tackled by Mr. Nagos Moscorius, inside linebacker. I think he might have been in front of the line when he threw that. Nope, they're going to call it face mask on the defense. Take a drink. Carolina will get the automatic first down and be pretty much 1 yard short of the red zone. For all intents and purposes, might as well be the red zone. I thought maybe Jake DeLome tossed that in front of the line. I kind of fail to see where the penalty is there. It looked like he got him in the shoulder, not so much the face mask, but regardless, Carolina first down. Jake DeLome goes back. He's going to toss that one off to the side. Steve Smith gets a 10-yard gain for another first down. See if Jake DeLome can get a playoff here before the 2-minute warning. And he does. He's going to toss that one over to 87. I believe that's Steve Smith. Second and third at the 3. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Carolina is down 28-3 to the Doug Funnie Experience, but they look like they're knocking in here to get their first touchdown of the game. DeLome goes back. And it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. I think Mean Machine got in on that one. 3rd and 3 now. At this point, it's just about pride. I got to think they just want to get the touchdown in the name of pride. And that one's off target. I don't know if the receiver just was a step short or if DeLome just was a step ahead. Now it's 4th and 3. They're definitely just playing for pride at this point. And that one's going to be picked off by Eat the Spider, Eat It, who avoids number 78. And he has a long way to go in front of him to the 50, to the 40. He's losing them all. I don't think anyone's going to stop him. This is going to be a 100-yard interception for a touchdown. And the Doug Funnie Experience, you thought they couldn't bust this up anymore, is now up 35-3. 35 unanswered points ever since Carolina's opening drive. That run took so long to produce that we can't even show you the whole thing on the replay. 100 yards. The maximum distance by Eat the Spider, Eat It. This is starting to become familiar. The snap, the hold, the kick. Doug Funnie right down Main Street. Doug Funnie Experience now takes a 35-3 lead with 1:36 left in this game. You gotta wonder if Carolina's gonna keep trying to play for pride here, or if they're just gonna be done with it. Doug Funnie kicks this one off. That's starting to become a familiar scene too today. Number 26 is going to take this one. And the dive tackle by Harvina Quinzel. And Jake DeLome and this offense, they just want to get on the bus and go home at this point. They're not giving up. They get a short pass there that turns into a long gain for number 87. They're going to take that to midfield. Jake DeLome back. throws another short one to 87, who immediately gets up and calls a timeout. They're definitely trying to play for another touchdown here. At least get one of them in. At least get the last laugh in this game. In a game where the Doug Funnie Experience has pretty much done all the laughing. Knocked down by Butter Baby. We're now at 3rd and 1. Delone back. Threw it directly to the sideline. Now 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it here. Instead of opting for the long field goal, they definitely want to put a touchdown on the board. Jake Delone back. Tosses that one up. Bounces off his hands. And the ball goes back to the Doug Funnie Experience, likely just to put this one away. Just to run this clock out. He's going to go back here. He's going to roll out right one more time. Gets the spin move. Another first down by QB Eagles on that rushing play. QB Eagles has been having much more success with that quarterback run. 5 runs for 146 yards. Combine that with 115 yards passing. QB Eagles has been a one-man show here today. And just as I say that, he throws an interception. I don't know why he's not just trying to run the clock out. Jesse Armstead with one of the few positive plays for the Carolina Panthers this afternoon, who will get the ball back with one more shot at least putting some respectable amount of points on the board. 59 seconds left here in the fourth. Jake Delone back. He's going to toss that one up, and it's bobbled and incomplete. Ted Diabetes with the breakup. 2nd and 10 with 55 seconds to go. 35-3, Doug Funnie Experience. And 87's going to get this one, and he might be off to the races. He's trying to bob and weave and get out of the way there. He's going to be tackled, I believe, at about the 6 or the 7, at the 8, excuse me. Carolina calls a timeout. Carolina has a prime opportunity here to at least put one touchdown on the board. Delone back. And that one's going to be bobbled both by number 81 and by Eat the Spider Eat It, who had a shot. And maybe picking that off if his hands were a little more stable. Delone back yet again. And corner back jumps up. Looked like he might have been trying to pick that off, but he was the one that bumbled it. Eric Armstead with both picks today, and Eat the Spider Eat It with both Carolina picks. Delone goes back yet again. Ted Diabetes knocks that one down. And it'll be 4th and goal with 31 seconds left. And these Panthers, they want to get that touchdown on the board. 35-3 sounds a lot worse than 35-10. Changing the play at the line here. Jake Delone goes back, 4th and goal. And he's going to take the sack there. I believe that's E-Honda and Mean Machine both in on that one. And they're going to get the ball right back to the Doug Funnie Experience, who I think are just going to take a knee and let the clock run down here. The Doug Funnie Experience with a dominating performance today. Carolina's going to take their final timeout. And I think the Doug Funnie, this is a strange call here. The Doug Funnie Experience, I think, took that timeout as an offense, and they're going to chuck this one up. And that one is going to be picked off. So this Carolina defense this Carolina offense is going to get yet another chance here. Mike Minter with the pickoff. QB Eagles has had plenty of success on the ground and a couple passing touchdowns, but 3 interceptions today. Jake Delone completes that one to number 81. The clock will continue to roll. They are out of timeouts. They're in the red zone here, and Jake Delone's going to spike it. 2nd and 10 on the Doug Funnie Experience 14. 5 seconds left. Is Carolina going to put one more shot into the end zone here? This should be the final play of the game. Delone back, chucks that one up, and 86 wants a flag on that one, not going to get it. Still 1 second left off the incompletion. So there's going to be one more chance here for Carolina on 3rd and 10. The game's well out of hand, though. Rolls to the left. Tackled by Black Knight 2000 as he throws, and he just lobs that one up incomplete. And the Doug Funnie Experience with a dominant 35-3 victory over the Carolina Panthers. Thank you for tuning in to 1080 AM for this Doug Funnie Experience matchup. Doug Funnie Experience takes this one 35-3 over the Carolina Panthers.